Hello everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play Adventures of Lolo 2. And just me taking in the air needed to say that sentence had me on. My body is doing weird things in these last few videos. Anyway, there's a lot going on here, and most of it is actually really easy to deal with. Properly dealt with, you only have to really dodge one thing. So, let's get to it, shall we? Leaper there is going to be kind of annoying, but not totally annoying. He's going to stop right there. Not that that goal in particular is going to do anything to us. Also, this heart frame right here, last thing we're going to pick up on the stage. We don't want any others right now. But the next thing we need to do after we get the Leaper to fall asleep in an area that doesn't affect us in the least, we need to trap Dawn there. It's remarkably easy to do for this late in the game. And Dawn Medusa is no longer an object of threat. At all. But we do need to get some things done here, because you notice we have a treasure chest down there with the goal ready to fry us as soon as we move. We also have a bunch of skulls that are going to be a real freaking pain if we're not careful. So first things first, let's deal with the skulls by blocking that. Going to push another one. You know what, just to be safe. Take this one. Gonna push it over here. Gonna move it right there. Gonna grab that heart just because, well, we need to grab that heart before we get too far along here. And block the goal that could have shot us if we tried to grab the treasure chest with it right there, unblocked. Now, this, and completely trap in all the skulls. Grab that. Suddenly we only have one goal at the top who's going to spit fire at us. Easy enough to dodge. And then we grab that, and we get out of here. And this is a stage that has a brute force method and then a sneaky method of solving it. The sneaky method is the one that involves the less hope. So, we will be doing that one. First, we'll block that off so we can grab ourselves that. Then we're going to move you right here so we can get underneath you. Now with our two shots, we're going to do two things. We're going to move you, we're going to shoot you, we're going to move these. Down here, get a block outside before the skull wakes up. Grab it. Now, there are many ways to do there are two major ways to do this next part. I chose the long, slow, painful way, kind of. But right now, everything is kind of blocked off to the way we need it to. We've got 6 shots. We're going to need 4 to block the, 4 to get rid of these snakies, then 1 to shoot a skull as soon as we grab that last heart piece. So let's get to it, shall we? Or not. But anyway, you see how that was supposed to go, right? If I'd been much quicker, I would have shot the skull. I was just a half-second late in pressing the button. Just a little bit late in pressing the button. But yeah, that is one way to do it. The other way is almost exactly the same as what we just did. Down there. Come up here. Get rid of you and get out of that corner before the goal reappears. We can shoot you. Move this down here. And now those 4 shots that we used on the snaky can be used instead. Do that, and we have absolutely no danger whatsoever facing us. That's the easier way to do it. It requires a little bit faster manipulation to get there, but once you get there, you're perfectly safe. So now I'm going to do a thing here. First, we're going to move these out, just because we can. We're going to grab ourselves 1 heart frame, but no more at this point. And we're going to teleport this snaky via egg, and then via block, so that it reappears right above the Medusa next to the treasure chest, blocking the treasure chest off from the Medusa's view. And the rest of this actually becomes really standard now. Except we're doing a lot of half steps to take care of a lot extra Medusas that we couldn't normally. Also, we can grab that now. I didn't grab that on the way through. No big deal, not like we blocked anything off there. However, we do need to block off the sides of this chest. And grab ourselves a gem. And now this stage. This stage, there's luck involved with this stage. There is definitely some luck involved with this particular stage. The 2 Dawn Medusas at the bottom, we cannot block off because we don't get any shots, or at least none that are soon enough to matter for anything. And that emerald frame that you see right there, we need that for blocking off the Medusa between the chest. And it's a lot of fun doing this, because this is all reflex and timing. Especially with those 2 Rockies sitting right there. Yeah, they're going to be a problem. So the first thing we need to do is grab these 2 hearts down here. Which means we need to be very, very fast at doing this. Especially with those Rockies like right there. Makes everything more fun. Now we need to get to that emerald block and push it up. And now we need to push it left until it can go left no more. We need to be very careful with this next part. Because you see, that Medusa has a very clear shot at us at just about every step along this goddamn way. And it's going to have even more clear shots at us as we continue. Since you can see right through the goddamn trees into the top where we need to eventually go. And now we need to deal with the Rockies here. And make sure they do not pin us in the section where we get pinned down in front of a Dawn Medusa. Which is going to be easier which is easier than you think to avoid. Because there's only the one strip that the Dawn Medusa can hit us from, but that is the strip with the safe space of grass, because the Rockies cannot pin us down when we're touching grass. There's something to be said about that. If you just time it there, that's not the big problem. You do have to time getting over to the next section a little better. These guys are annoying about it, yes. And now you may notice that we have another problem. We have an Alma here who's bouncing up and down in front of the Medusa. We've also got a clear shot down to a Dawn Medusa down there, if we're not careful, as we grab things. So we need to make 2 successive stops here. I'm sure you can see how we have to do this. It's a matter of doing it that's a thing. It's a matter of timing it when both the Dawn Medusa and the Alma are not in line to just shoot the hell out of you. And now it's a matter of crossing back over so the Alma is still blocking our path. And now we've gotten rid of the majority of the worst spots of this. We're not done yet. We've still got to grab those 2 particular little heart pieces. And then get back to the gym without getting sorted. So step 1 is here. This is the easy one out of the 2. We're gonna stretch off like a base runner getting ready to steal second here. And just barely clear it. Over here, grab that. And we can get the hell out of this hellscape. Leave it just escape, I guess. Yeah. And we are on the last floor of the, That emerald block is not used nearly as early as you think it is. It's like very late, and that block, that hammer power-up probably doesn't do what you think it does. It's probably not for what you think it's for. So anyway, what we need to do is we need to grab these 2 heart pieces first that are near the Medusas. Not the Dawn Medusa, but the Medusas. Considering it gives us 2 shots, we don't want to disappear that. Come back over here and do this. Activate the hammer power-up, and now, believe it or not, this stage is almost over. He's going to move left to right. We need to free him, or else there is no way to go get those 2 heart pieces off to his left and north, up, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to hit this brick and then book it right till we are safely underneath that other boulder. Then we're going to be kind of careful and make sure we don't do a very dumb thing at this point. And now we have effectively blocked him off of shooting us when we go after these hearts. The only thing we need to do is make sure we aren't standing in this little spot right in front of me as he passes over it. And that's floor 9. We're not done, because we get to take an airship. That airship leads us to a castle in the sky. Welcome to our last 10 levels. The castle is essentially floor 10. And this looks promising, doesn't it? You got Dawn Medusas that don't appear to be too blockable. You got a Rocky there waiting to push you into everything, and you got Medusas on the sides that are just, which would be all too happy to sit there and just absolutely ruin your day, right? Yeah. Let's ponder this, but we will take care of it next time, as we get new graphics for the walls, mostly. That's mostly the difference in these last few floors. But yeah, we have reached the final floor, and we will take care of that next time. So until then, take care, everyone.